Imagine waking up tomorrow and looking outside, but something is terribly wrong. The sky is no longer blue. There are no clouds, no wind, no familiar sounds. Earth has suddenly lost its atmosphere. But what would actually happen? Would humanity disappear instantly? Or would we have a few precious moments to survive? Let's find out. First, the atmosphere is not just the air we breathe. It protects Earth from dangerous radiation, helps regulate temperature, and allows liquid water to exist on the surface. Without it, Earth would become a completely different world. The first thing you would notice would be the sky. There would be no blue sky anymore. Instead, the sky would appear almost completely black, even during the daytime. Why? Because Earth's blue sky is created when sunlight interacts with our atmosphere. Remove the atmosphere, and that effect disappears. You could potentially see stars even while the sun was shining. But there would be an even bigger problem: sound. Sound needs a medium, such as air, to travel. With almost no atmosphere, ordinary sound would no longer travel through the air. Imagine standing beside another person and being unable to hear them. Even a huge explosion in the distance would be silent to you. Then comes the problem of pressure. Earth's atmosphere pushes against everything on the surface. Our bodies are adapted to this pressure. If the atmosphere suddenly disappeared, the pressure outside your body would drop dramatically. Humans would not instantly explode like in some movies, but the situation would become extremely dangerous within seconds. You would lose consciousness very quickly without protection, and breathing would become impossible. But what about the oceans? This gets even stranger. Water normally remains liquid, partly because Earth's atmospheric pressure helps keep it stable. With the pressure suddenly removed, water at the surface could begin to boil even at very low temperatures. So you could have something that sounds impossible: water boiling, while the environment around it is freezing. Over time, much of Earth's surface water would be lost or frozen, and the planet would become much colder. The atmosphere also acts like a giant thermal blanket. It helps keep Earth warm. Without it, temperatures would become far more extreme. The side facing the sun would heat up, while the dark side would become brutally cold. Plants would also be in serious trouble. Without carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, photosynthesis could no longer continue normally. Plants would eventually die, and as plants disappeared, the food chain would begin collapsing. Animals would follow. Humans would have to move underground or into specially protected habitats. These shelters would need artificial air, controlled pressure, radiation protection, and reliable sources of food and energy. But here's the biggest question: could Earth ever recover? The answer depends on how the atmosphere disappeared. If it somehow vanished instantly and completely, rebuilding it naturally would be incredibly difficult. Earth's atmosphere is enormous. Replacing it would require an unimaginable amount of material. And without an atmosphere, Earth would no longer look like the comfortable blue planet we know today. From space, our world would look dark, silent, and incredibly hostile. But here's something important. This scenario is hypothetical. Earth's atmosphere is not expected to suddenly disappear. In reality, our atmosphere is constantly interacting with the surface, oceans, sunlight, and space. And Earth's magnetic field and gravity help protect and retain it. So the next time you look at the blue sky, remember something. That thin layer of gas above your head is one of the main reasons Earth can support life. It may look almost invisible, but without it, our planet would be almost unrecognizable. So here's the question. If you had only 1 minute before Earth's atmosphere disappeared, what would you do? Let me know in the comments, and follow FactNest for more incredible science and universe mysteries.